What am I doing? Doesn't shut up about it, basically. Great. This is so exciting. The reason I'm excited is because I finally bought a tripod for my camera. It feels very professional and I'm the furthest away from being professional at this. It's kind of fun. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. Take two. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacklyn and I like to talk about books, as you can see from the bookshelf behind me. Normally I'm filming on the floor so you can only see like the bottom layers. This is really fun. What am I doing introing this video? What is this video about? Just an ultimate bookish vlog, I believe, is the aim of the game. That is my aim. I don't know if it'll end up that way, but that is my aim. Basically, this vlog is just going to be a bunch of bookish things that I get up to over a period of a week or a couple of weeks, and I'm just going to accumulate all the clips into one ultimate bookish vlog for you. In this vlog, I think we'll read a book, obviously. So I just wanted to talk about books that I am currently reading, which is, I have two on the go at the moment, and they're both super chunky. I have no idea how many pages this is. Over 800 pages, and I think this one is only like 600 and something, but the writing is quite small. Yeah, 600 and something. What I'm physically reading is The Will of the Many by James Arlington, and I am currently on page 155, and I'm really enjoying this. It is super fast paced, which I was not expecting for a book this size as a first in a series. I was not expecting it to be super fast paced, but it is. Like, a lot is happening. I'm learning a lot. It is very interesting. I love the world. I'm very intrigued about the world, and I can't wait for him to go to the academy. If you don't know what this is about, it's about a young man who is living in an orphan and surviving he's kind of in hiding. Like, he's not trying to be known or get anybody to know who he is or find out where he's from. So he's basically in hiding, and the way the world works is the power or the magic system comes from will, as in human will, the ability to have will. So when you're a young child, you kind of get latched onto this conductor, I guess would be the right word for it, where it takes you into the system of the government, and from there people above you in the hierarchy, it's all about a hierarchy, people above you can then take your will and use it as magic, as a power. So for strength, they can imbue things, so they can make things do what they want them to, lift things and make things work, like machinery work, using will and using the power of will. So that's how it works. And this young man that is the main character has not been attached to the conductor and does not want to be attached to the conductor, but basically he gets discovered by a man and he needs to go to an academy which is run by a different part of the government. There's like 3 different parts. I think there's religion, military, and something else, but I've only learned pretty much about religion and military. He gets discovered by someone in the military, and then he is being sent by them to this academy that is run by religion. In the school, they don't use any will, so he's safe in that area, I think. Basically, he has to survive the school and kind of go undercover and discover what it is the school is hiding, because the military thinks that the school is hiding something. At the point where I'm at currently is he's just been discovered by the military, and they are taking him to their home or site or whatever to train to go to the academy. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I am still slightly in a book slump. I think I'm coming out of it now, but I'm still slightly in a book slump, so I struggle to actually pick it up. But once I do, I'm very invested in the story. I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on. I'm glad I picked this up regardless of being in a book slump, because this is what I was leaning to when I was looking at my TBR and my stack of books here that I want to read. This was the only one that was standing out to me, so I was like, okay, this 600-page chunky book is what we're going with. And I am glad that I picked it up because I am really enjoying it, and I think it will be very highly rated by me if it keeps tracking the way that it is tracking. So that's the book that I'm reading physically right now. And then audiobook wise, I am listening to Assassin's Quest. Also loving this. I love this world that Robin Hobb has created. This is the third book in the Farseer trilogy, which the Farseer trilogy is all about a man called Fitzchivalry, and he has the ability to bond with animals and communicate with them within his mind. And then he also has something called the skill, which is the ability to communicate with people through the mind, okay? He was raised as a bastard child underneath the king. That's what is in the first book. I'm not going to spoil this book for you. He was raised as a bastard child of the king and basically was trained and became an assassin underneath his teacher, I guess. The ability to bond and talk with animals is very, very highly frowned upon. It's kind of called like beast magic in this world, and it's very frowned upon, but he can't help but bond with certain animals, and it is all surrounding politics of the king and the queen and him being a bastard child, what he needs to do to serve his king. And then there's obviously bad guys that he's trying to fight and get rid of. It is very, very interesting, and I love the magic system. I love the world. The books are quite slow, like it reads slow. The audiobook is fantastic. I should have listened to the audiobook for the first two that I read. The audiobook is so good, but it does read slow. They're slow to get into, and it's slow to progress through the book. You kind of feel like nothing is happening when you are reading it, but then when you get like halfway through the book, you sit there and you're kind of like, how has this much happened? Like, so much actually does happen. It just feels slow in the moment. It feels like nothing is going on in the moment, but then when you reflect and look on the journey that Fitz has actually gone on, he goes through a lot. But this I'm really, really enjoying. I just love the world. It is so fun to be in this world and part of it. I wish I had this magic system. I love it so much. It is so fun. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with books that I'm currently reading. So we will definitely get through one, if not both of these in this video. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is completely absolutely not related to books at all, but more related to pregnancy and being currently 21 weeks pregnant. I am really struggling. I'm at that stage now where I'm struggling to figure out what I want to wear and clothes that I like to be in while I'm pregnant. So I'm struggling with that a little bit, but I have purchased a few things that I wanted to show you guys. Starting off with, this morning I just went to Cotton On and ended up buying this beautiful stripy blue and grey oversized t-shirt. I love an oversized t-shirt normally, but especially during pregnancy. In my first pregnancy with Iverson, I really struggled to figure out what I wanted to wear and what I felt good in. I was not super out there with like showing my tummy or wearing cute outfits. I was kind of just like activewear shorts or tights and an oversized t-shirt, and it kind of got really sad and depressing, I guess, towards the end. So I'm really striving this time to actually find some cute clothes that I feel confident in when going out and about and being social with friends. So I got that t-shirt. I also found this. This is from Ali, I believe. Just like not super expensive stuff, things that I can just throw on and things that I don't feel super bad spending my money on if after pregnancy I never wear them again. You know, I know it's only a phase of my life, so regardless of it being a phase, I still want to enjoy it and be comfortable. So this is just a halter neck bodysuit, and it's in this lovely chocolate brown color. So it just goes over the head like that, and it sits really, really nicely. I will need to find like a bra or something that goes with it, but I loved the way that it looked, and I think it will look really nice when I have a bit of a larger belly. This is also from Ali, and it is just a little white t-shirt, and the front is like open. So it has two little ties where you can tie a little bow, and then the front is open, which I thought would also be nice if I could wear some nice shorts or long pants or something and wear them quite low when I have a larger tummy and just let this hang open. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. I hope that looks okay. We'll see how we go. Then I got this pair of pants from Cotton On. These are quite new in Cotton On, but basically they're like parachute pants, like really puffy pants, but I was wearing them low on my hips with the stripy blue t-shirt, and I had the t-shirt kind of tucked up. I did take a photo of that so I can put it on the screen to show you what I'm talking about, and I felt really good, so I was like, okay, I'll get these. Not something that I would normally wear, but I was just like, whatever. It felt right in the moment, so we just went with it. Lastly, this is my favorite thing out of all of this. I bought some pajamas from Kmart. These are just from Kmart, like $10. It's just a grey t-shirt, but the fabric is so, so nice. It's kind of like that waffly material. Grey t-shirt, and then this, prized possession now, is just like long white and grey stripy pants. And they're super baggy and super stretchy. They're just so, so, so comfortable. I'm obsessed with these. I'm going to be wearing these around the house all the time. So I just wanted to show you guys that. That has nothing to do with books, but I thought that I would include it in this video just for fun, I guess. Maybe someone else out there is struggling to find clothes within their pregnancy, throughout their pregnancy. That was my reason for showing them. I don't know why I have to explain my reason for showing them. I can just do whatever I like, I guess. That's my little haul and the books that I'm currently reading. I don't know what else we'll get up to in this video. Maybe we might donate some books. I do have some clothes and stuff that I want to take to Vinnie's or Salvo's. I'm not sure what else we'll get up to in this video. I think I will just keep it in the moment of what I get up to, because books are just a part of my life, so it'll inevitably happen. But I think we might donate some books. We might figure out some books that I don't want to keep, and we might do some journaling, that sort of thing. I really do want to put together some sort of book journal, but I just can't figure out a feasible and like realistic way to do it as a full-time mum. It is really hard to do like sit down calm activities when there is a child, a toddler running around at your feet and they just want to get into everything. Not sure how I will do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a think about that. If it ends up happening, it will be in this video as well. Camera battery is about to die. We just got home and I have just put Ivy down for a nap. As you would have seen, we went to the bookstore, so I thought that I would give you a little bit of a haul of what I ended up buying, because I did end up buying a few things. I have not been to the bookstore in a hot minute. It has been a little while, but it was my birthday in February and I ended up getting another gift voucher for the bookstore. So they're basically free books. If you know, you know. I picked up Children of Fallen Gods. This is the second book in the Mother of Death and Dawn series. Is that right? Mother of Death and Dawn? What is that? Where did I get that from? It's from the War of Lost Hearts series, okay, by Carissa Broadbent. I've already read this series, but I absolutely loved the books and I read them on Kindle, so I'm just collecting the physical copies as they are being released here in Australia. So this is book number 2. I already have book number 1, so it's just gonna slide on in the bookshelf. Have Pride of Place on my bookshelf, basically. So I picked this up. Then I got Love Stories by Trent Dalton. Now this, excuse the rain if you can hear that. I hope that my voice is coming out on top of that. This I ended up picking up. I thought I was maybe going to listen to this as an audiobook, but I really loved the hardcover. It was beautiful, and having a gift voucher, I felt like I wasn't wasting money by buying it. I have been recommended this by one of my best friends. He is currently reading it for the second time, I think, and he doesn't shut up about it, basically. He talks about it all the time. So I thought it was about time that I picked this up and understood why he's always talking about it and why he recommends it so strongly. I am excited about this. It is just a bunch of love stories. I was reading the inside of it. It felt like a little author's note. It says, inspired by a personal moment of profound love and generosity, Trent Dalton, best-selling author and one of Australia's finest journalists, spent 2 months in 2021 speaking to people from all walks of life, asking them one simple and direct question: can you please tell me a love story? The result is an immensely warm, poignant, funny and moving book about love in all its guises, including observations, reflections, and stories of people falling into love, falling out of love, and never letting go of the loved ones in their hearts. A heartfelt, deep, wise, and tingly tribute to the greatest thing we will never understand, and the only thing we will ever really need: love. So I am excited to dive into this. Yeah, I just want to understand what the hell he is talking about when he raves about this book. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Then I ended up picking up Red Rising. I have also already read this, but I also read it on my Kindle. I ended up buying it on my Kindle and reading it on there when I was away. And then I did buy the physical copy of it, but then I ended up giving it away as a birthday gift. I just am replacing the copy that I bought, and that's why I got this. I really loved Red Rising. I'm excited to get into the next one, but I kind of spoiled it for myself, which is very disappointing. I was in the bookstore a few months ago now. I thought I picked up the second book, but I had actually picked up the third book and I was reading the blurb. So by reading the blurb of the third book, I kind of destroyed the second book for myself. So I've been putting off reading the second book, but I really should dive into that. Red Rising was really, really good to me. Lastly, I ended up picking up a really, really nice journal. It is just a plain journal. I might open it. Now, did I really need a journal? No, probably not. I think I have just 1,000 blank books in my house, but it was beautiful. It is linen bound and it's just stunning. Like, it is just beautiful. Oh my God. The inside is so nice. I'm just going to rip this up. Hang on. The inside, and it is just bulleted, like dot pages. Don't know what I'm going to use this for. It's got a ribbon. Yeah, I didn't really need this, but my brain was like, we must purchase that. It is so, so nice. The color is beautiful. I don't know, I really do want to get back into journaling more, especially journaling, like scrapbooking journaling, printing off pictures and sticking them in here. But since having a child, it is just hard to find a spare second to do quiet activities by yourself, especially when you're working and you're just busy all the time. But I did pick this up and I am hoping to use it for something special, so I'll keep you posted on what I end up using this for. But yeah, that is my little haul from the bookstore. Super happy with these. It's just been so long since I've actually been to the bookstore, so I was very excited to be there. I think I will tuck these away on the shelf and do something else while I'm asleep. I should probably work. I should probably get some work done. So you know how I was just explaining that I bought this because I'm just buying the physical copies as they're coming out in the store as a collection. I'm just buying them to have them. I just walked in to put my books in my bookshelf and you will never guess. I already have this. I already have it. I've just bought it for myself twice. That's so embarrassing to not know which books I have on my bookshelf. It's already there. Are you joking? have just brushed my teeth and gotten ready for bed, I'm going to continue reading on. It is just after 10 p.m. It's 10:04. Can you see that? 10:05 now. It's just after 10 p.m. I've just gotten ready for bed. I'm going to keep reading. I don't think I'll get through that many pages because I'm pretty tired, but we'll read for a little bit and see if we can get a few more pages done before heading off to bed for the night. I'm still reading The Will of the Many, and I'm currently on chapter 16. The chapters are in Roman numerals, so this book is really testing me with those because I do know my Roman numerals, but I'm not proficient at them. I'm not like an expert. I'm trying to test myself and make sure that I can continue keeping up with what they are. But yeah, so far so good. I'm going to settle back in and dive into the story. Hopefully read a few more pages and then I will most definitely be falling asleep. I am also hoping that Ivy sleeps for quite a long time tonight. Lately she's been waking up in the middle of the night. It'll usually be around about 1 a.m. or 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. She usually wakes up in that window and comes and climbs into bed with me. But I would really love just a full night's sleep, even if it's from late, as in like maybe I don't fall asleep until 10:30, 11 p.m. But if I could sleep from 11 p.m. till like 6 a.m. that would just be so nice without having to wake up and go and get her and make sure she's okay. It is what it is. That is just all part of being a mum and parenting and having a toddler that wakes up in the middle of the night. You ripped the pink one? Yeah. Baby, you really shouldn't rip those out of your book. Mummy, take the book now? No. As you can probably tell, I am not feeling it today. Not feeling it at all. Please don't play with that. Anyway, we're going to get out of this funk. We're going to do some skincare. I'm going to put my hair back in a slick do because it is hair wash day. So it's getting slicked back. We're going to get Ivy dressed, do Ivy's hair, get everybody ready for the day. It is 8:45. I've achieved nothing except for breakfast. This has nothing to do with books, but I just need to get myself going. I need to put on a load of laundry, wash the dishes in the sink. You're so cute. And just get everybody going. I need to get myself going. Skincare, hair, clothes, a little bit of a tidy up in the kitchen and put on a load of laundry. And then maybe we can get outside and do something. I know that getting outside always helps me, but I really struggle because at the moment it's still very, very hot. It's still summertime here, so I struggle to get outside, especially when it's like 9, 10 a.m. and the sun is just beaming down on you. You're just sweating the whole time and it's kind of gross. But I do know that getting outside helps me, so we might go to the park or something. Does that sound good? Yeah. Take Morgan for a walk. Yeah, we can do that. I did want it to be book related, but I just don't know if that is what's going to happen. I do want to drop some clothes off at Salvo's So maybe we can go have a look at some books. I don't think I will donate any because I just looked through my bookshelves yesterday and I don't think there's any that I really want to get rid of. Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Hi, sweetie. Great. Fun fact about me is I'm actually allergic to majority of sunscreens, so I can only use certain brands. It's not, I don't think it's sunscreen specifically, but it's something in sunscreen. It just makes me break out in like a rash, and if I go out in the sun in sunscreen that I'm allergic to, I'll just burn 10 times worse than what I would without sunscreen. I definitely still wear sunscreen. I'm way too white not to wear sunscreen, but I have to be very careful with which ones I choose. This one is just a tinted 30 SPF from a company called Arbonne. They actually sent this to me. It's my favorite product that they sent me. They sent me a whole bunch of stuff, some gut health stuff, whoops, some shampoo and conditioner, and then they also sent me this SPF. Do you want to show everybody what you did?
Yeah.
Come here. You did it.
I did.
I'm getting close to being out, so I need to replace this. I only ever, when I'm putting on sunscreen, I only ever put it on the lower half of my face, like from my temples, underneath my eyes and down, because living where I live, if I sweat, like if I'm wearing a hat or if I sweat from my forehead and I have sunscreen and it runs into my eyes, it will just burn and sting and make me cry. And I'm sick of having really sore eyes from sunscreen, so I just don't. Put it on my forehead and then I just wear a hat. Hey, you can do it. You already did one. Try again. You can do it. Try again. Baby, it's okay. You gotta get all your toes inside that.
Okay.
Even your pinky toe.
Pinky toe.
I
did it.
You did it. Look at that. You figured it out. You want to show them again?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. You did it. Well done.
Mama.
Right, I'm just going to slick back my hair and do all of that stuff so you don't need to be here for the ordeal that that's going to be. Okay, hair is up. Skincare is done. I also did my eyebrows, put on some mascara and did a little bit of blush because blush fixes everything for me. I have this massive bag of clothes, and this bag of clothes is actually from a friend of mine. She is so kind and went through her cupboard and she has really nice clothes. So any of my nice clothes that I wear, they're literally hers. She's just handed them to me when she's done with them. So I went through all of her clothes and took out the stuff that I wanted, and then she said that I could just give these to Salvos or Vinnie's or whatever and donate them. So I have this massive bag of clothes to take to one of the thrift stores. Just hang on a moment. Ivy is ready to go as well. Hair done, clothes on,
Mama.
biscuit in hand. So I think what we will do is we will just go and donate these, maybe have a look at what they have in the thrift stores. I don't know if I'll buy any books, but you know, if something catches my eye, we can always go in that direction. But it's always nice to just walk around and have a look. So I think that's what we'll do. I put on the washing, I cleaned the kitchen, so I'm really happy, got that done. Jared is now in bed. He played with Ivy for a little bit for me, which was really nice. Just let me get those jobs done. Sorry, okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to put on some shoes, get everyone in the car and see where the day takes us. We were going to go for a walk, but it is incredibly hot. What are you doing? You're hiding your biscuit? I can see it.
That's what.
That's yours. So that's the plan. Might get a nice little coffee and just go have a look at some books. Is that exciting? Yeah, we'll put some shoes on. Let's go. I am feeling a little bit better since I got up and got ready, but it is already past 10 a.m. I feel like the morning has just been very slow, but that's okay. A-okay with me. Oh, you are so sweet. Fun fact is I actually used to work at Zaraka's. It was my first job when I left high school and moved here to go to university. I have the wildest memories from that place. It was so much fun, but also so traumatizing. But the friends that I made and the memories that I made with those friends, specifically like going out and socializing afterwards, it was some good times. I haven't had one of these in so long. It's very nostalgic. Alright, should we go donate some clothes? Yeah? Okay, cool. Clothes have been donated. I was a little bit worried that that would not be a smooth process because sometimes they don't take donations. I think they've just had like a few too many people not being very nice when donating things, as in just giving them rubbish, I guess. But they were taking donations today, so I just walked the bag on in and had a little bit of a look around. I did end up getting Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I have already read this and I do have a copy of this at home, but I have the different cover, and so this is the old cover and I really like this one actually. I think it's very cute. So I got that, and Ivy got a little elephant toy. Don't know what it is, but she wanted it. And I said that she would be able to have one thing. And it was $2 and this was $5. So bargains all around. That is what I got. I think now we're going to go to Lambert's and get some fruit and veg. Go see the chickens and the ducks. I love Lambert's. I always try and get my meat, fruit and veg from there because it's just so much better, as in the quality. It just lasts a lot longer in the fridge as well. I hate buying fruit and veg from Woolworths and having it last 2 days at the max. It really frustrates me because I hate grocery shopping. So I'm a once a week kind of gal. I just do fruit and veg from Lambert's, and then I get any sort of extra products like snacks and shampoo and conditioner and all of that sort of stuff from Woolworths, and I just do a click and collect so I don't have to go inside. Click and collect saved my life since becoming a mum because I'm just way too lazy and way overstimulated to go into the grocery store. Brief intermission, hang on. Yeah, so we're gonna go get some fruit and veg, and then I think that'll be it for the day. It'll be time for Ivy to go down for a nap, so then I might get some reading in or some work done. Should probably do some work because I have a lot going on at the moment. I am feeling a lot better, like a lot better, since I got myself going. getting up and going and getting outside and going and doing something is always a massive help in getting me out of a rut. If I'm just sitting at home, I'll just not feel great. If I start the day not feeling great, I will not feel any better by sitting at home and doing nothing. So I think this has been good. We'll have a little outing. We'll go see the chickens.
Yeah.
I will talk to you guys later when I'm doing something else that's a bit bookish. Might, you know, give you some behind the scenes of editing a video or something like that. I need to do a little bit of work. I need to send a few emails and get the boys organized. My plan is, after I've sent those couple of emails, I think I'm going to sit down and finish editing. Sorry, can't speak. Finish editing a video that I was doing yesterday. I want to finish editing that, and then I want to start my like journal spread for the year. I really do want to get back into my journaling, but I think what I'm going to do is, for the scrapbooking side of things, not really like the writing down my thoughts, but the scrapbooking side of things, I really want to just do it on Canva and make it digitally and then print it out and stick it in this journal that I bought the other day. I just think that's more feasible, me being not low on time, but low on time for intricate creativity with cutting and gluing and small tiny little pieces. I would love to sit down and be able to do that for like hours on end, but I just don't have that time. So I think I will make it a bit more feasible all around, create the spreads and stuff on Canva and do it digitally and then print it off from there and stick it in the book. I just think that'll work nicer for me personally, and I think as well it'll just be easier overall because I have all of my photos and stuff that I take on my phone connected to my laptop, so it'll just be easier for me to pick out the photos that I want. I want to, you know, do a spread for January and February, do some stuff for Fiji so that I can make sure that we have those images and stuff printed out physically. I don't always like having everything just on my phone or on my computer. It's nice to have things in real life, which is why I do like photo books and stuff. It's just really nice. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just need to send these few emails and then we'll get into the journal spreads. That is my plan anyway. Let's get into it. Let's get started because we're swiftly running out of time already. So I finally got my printer to work. That, no joke, took me like 17 different tries to get my printer to work. I don't know what was going on. It jammed all the paper inside. It literally like sucked up all of the pieces of paper. It's still having a meltdown now. We'll just turn it off. But I've printed off the sheets. So I've just done 3 today because anyway, 3 was enough. This one says January, the like Hello January opening page. Then I've just got some photos from our pregnancy announcement day. This was so much fun. And then I have my reading wrap up from January. Only 4 books. The last time I spoke to you guys, my camera battery died, and I'm pretty sure I was updating you on the journal, which I'm going to talk about quickly now before we head out the door. We're actually heading away for the weekend. It's Saturday morning at the moment, and we are heading to my mum and dad's cattle property. So we have about a 4 hours drive ahead of us, and we're just getting the car all organised. But I wanted to update you guys before we left just to get my head all cleared about what I'm trying to achieve within this vlog. But because my camera battery died, I just wanted to show you I've done a little bit more of the journal, and this is actually working so nicely for me. I'm loving it. It's just a lot more efficient. The process of making the spreads on the computer, where I'm able to like move things around and delete them if I don't like them and change it up and make it look the way that I want it to without it being a whole complete mess, is super satisfying for me. And then I'm just printing them off on my printer and sticking them in the book. It's just working so much nicer, and I feel like it's taking way less time, but I'm getting that same amount of enjoyment out of it. I love journaling, I love scrapbooking, like I love all of that sort of stuff. This is just an easier way for me to do it while I have a toddler running around at my feet, and it is working really well for me. So I think when the camera battery died, actually, before I show you what I have done, I do want to thank Madison Kate for this idea. I was really stuck on what to do and how to bring this to life, bring scrapbooking and journaling back into my life in a more feasible way, because I honestly haven't done it in so long. I haven't done it since I had Ivy. I was thinking about what to do, and I was racking my brain about what I could do to be a little bit more creative in my everyday life and have photos physically in a book that, you know, I can write little notes and I can write my thoughts down and blah blah. I was racking my brain, and then I ended up watching one of her videos on YouTube because I love her and I have followed her for a little while now, and she uploaded a video on YouTube, and it was pretty much exactly what I'm trying to do here and doing an ultimate bookish vlog. She was journaling, and she was doing it digitally on her computer and then printing it off and putting the pages, her spreads, in a physical book. So I just want to say thank you to her for the idea. It did not come from me. I don't want to take credit for it. I don't know if she was the first, but that's where I got the idea from. Yeah, it's just working so much nicer for me. So I'll just quickly show you what I've gotten up to. I ended up doing a title page, which I hadn't done before. I didn't even think about it really, but now I have a title page for the year 2026. Then you've seen that the January, our little family photo shoot that we did, and then my January reading wrap up where I only read 4 books, and I've got my star ratings down the bottom. And then I put in this February spread. Now this picture I just got off Pinterest. I did not design this on Canva or anything like that, but I just really loved the look of it. It looks beautiful and it's nice and bright. Stole that picture basically and printed it off. Then this one is blank, but I have on my Canva, I am doing a 2-page spread for our trip to Fiji that we went on in February for our birthdays. So I'm gonna put that here. I just haven't finished it yet. I've done all the photos and like all the little decorations and stuff, but I really want to put some thoughts down on the spreads as well, like actually write some things about the trip and what we got up to and how much we enjoyed it. So that's gonna go there. And then lucky last that I've done is monthly favorites. So this is gonna be my spread for every single book that is like my favorite from the month within the year. So I've got Anxious People by Frederick Buckman for January, and then I have Nobody's Girl in February by Virginia Roberts. The reason why I have Nobody's Girl as my favorite book for February is not because I particularly enjoyed the book, but it was our in-person book club's book pick for February. Sorry, did that make sense? It was my in-person's book club February's book pick, and that was the only book that I read in February. Literally the only one. I listened to it on audio, so that was the only one that I could put in that spot, which was a little bit disappointing, but my book slump has been literally killing me. That is where I'm at, so I will keep doing this. If I do any more within this vlog, I will update you, but other than that, we're going to head away, see my parents, have a really nice time. Hopefully I will get a fair bit of reading done, and hopefully I can come home and tell you guys that I finished both Assassin's Apprentice and The Will of the Many. I'm very excited to finish those. I'm getting very into the story. I'm further through the Assassin's Apprentice. Assassin's Quest. Where is my head at? I'm further through Assassin's Quest than what I am The Will of the Many, just simply because I'm listening to it on audio, so I'm listening to it when I'm driving around, but I'm enjoying both of them a lot. So hopefully I can finish those this weekend and then update you when we get back. I'm sorry about all the noises. There is construction going on outside. The house is a mess. Everything's a mess. There is just a lot going on at the moment. So Jared is re-stumping our house. So he is doing whatever it is he is doing outside, and I'm cooking in the kitchen. So the air fryer might go off in a minute. There's just unavoidable noise today. I did want to give an update on The Will of the Many and where I'm at with this. I ended up downloading it onto my Kindle when we went away for the weekend because I don't get car sick or anything, but I just find reading in the car is a lot easier on my Kindle because you can adjust the brightness and the font size and all of that sort of stuff. So it's very flexible for less strain on your eyes, I guess. And the writing in this big chunky book is very small, so there's a lot of words on one page and it was just a bit too much for my eyes. But as for an update, I'm currently on chapter 65, which is page 601, which means for the physical book I only have around about 75 pages to go. I think it's like 70 something chapters. So I'm getting very, very close to the end. I am really, really enjoying the book so far. I'm intrigued to see how it's going to end. I feel like it's going to be a little bit crazy. Definitely intrigued to see where it will go and how it will end. I wanted to give an update now before I read the last 75 pages because I'm hoping to finish this today so that I can maybe record some of my reaction to like the final 50 pages or so, because around about the 50 page mark is when it gets pretty hectic. There goes the air fryer. That's my plan, is to hopefully finish this today. I don't think it will be a 5-star unless the ending is like super, super crazy. I have really enjoyed the plot. I have enjoyed the characters. I love the world and the character development, the world building, all of that. I absolutely love it. It's just not giving those 5-star feelings unless the ending is absolutely insane and I cannot not give it 5 stars. I'm thinking maybe a 4.5 at this point in time, but we will see when I give my final thoughts and review at the end. As for Assassin's Quest, I have a little bit to go on Assassin's Quest. I still have just over 6 hours on the audiobook, but I am listening to it on 2 times speed, so that will make it just over 3 hours left of the audiobook. I'm also really, really enjoying that. It's the 3rd book in a trilogy. It is one of my favorite worlds in my entire reading experience. I absolutely love the world that Robin Hobb has created in her... I can't even tell you what it's called. I can't remember what the world is called, but it's her Farseer trilogy following Fitz, and I absolutely love the world. I love the magic system. It's so ancient and old-fashioned, classic fantasy, but just so well done, and I am really, really enjoying the book as well. I'm enjoying the audio... I'm enjoying the audio a lot more than I think I would be if I was reading it physically, just because I feel like with the sheer size of the book, it's like an 800 and something page book, the audiobook is flowing fine and it's going really fast because I'm listening to it fast. And also when you're driving in the car, you just mindlessly put it on and you're in the world, you're in the zone and everything like that. But I have been feeling like there is information or scenes or things that are going on within the story that is kind of fluffy, for lack of a better word, as in it just maybe doesn't need to be in the book. Yeah, I'm not sure if the book needed to be over 800 pages. That has been on my mind, but as for the actual story and the plotline, like I am really, really enjoying that. It's just slow. It's just a slow book, but the audiobook is thoroughly enjoyable. That's pretty much it for a reading update. I will hopefully finish The Will of the Many today and we can do our final thoughts and feelings at the end. This vlog is getting incredibly long. I have been editing it and it's quite long. Normally my vlogs are 30 to 40 minutes, but I think this one is going to be around about the hour mark. So hopefully I can get these books done and we can wrap it up a little bit quickly because I need to move on to new things, other things. have officially made it. Feels like a long time coming. For me, it probably has been a long time coming. For you guys, it probably also has been a long time coming because this is the longest vlog I've ever recorded. We have finished these two chunky, intimidating, larger than life books. I'm going to give you my overall rating, my thoughts and feelings, and then you can be on your merry way. Let's start with The Will of the Many. I gave this 4.5 stars. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I loved the plot. I loved the world building. I thought the pacing was fantastic. It was not slow paced at all. When you're going into a fantasy book that is this large, you kind of expect that there's going to be a little bit of filler, a little bit of fluff. I did not feel that way at all. I thought all the information was interesting and necessary. It definitely added to the story. Nothing took away from the story. I'm very, very invested and want to go into the second book. The ending of this was crazy. It definitely got me. I knew something crazy was going to happen. I was expecting crazy. I was expecting a cliffhanger. What we got, or what I got, was above and beyond my expectations. When I finished it, I was confused, lost, and also in awe of the creative writing in this and where it's going to go in the next one. I'm so excited for the next one. The reason I didn't give it 4.5 stars is simply because I did not get those 5-star feelings. It wasn't really lacking anything. It just wasn't giving me those 5-star feelings. So 4.5 for this. All the little background stuff in this, the little topics and conversations about the hierarchy and the magic system, I thought was so interesting and really made me think about it. Even when I wasn't reading the book, I was like thinking about the topics and subjects that are brought up in this, and yeah, it really makes you like curious and questioning things and trying to understand things on a bit of a deeper level. So I really enjoyed that because I love being taught stuff. I love being challenged in my thinking when I'm reading a book. I loved the characters. I loved the little bit of found family in this. Viz is the main character. I loved his character arc and his development throughout the story. I felt like his behavior always made sense for what he was going through and what he was thinking, and you know, who he was arguing with or fighting with, or who he didn't like and did like. It all seemed to make sense. This was just a very solid 4.5 stars, thoroughly enjoyable. I really liked this. I feel like it's brought me further and further out of my reading slump as I've been reading this. So very happy with The Will of the Many and can't wait to read the next one. Moving on to Assassin's Quest. This is obviously the third book in a trilogy. I don't want to give any spoilers or give anything away. The first book, I've already explained what that is about. If you have read it, I'll just talk about it. But this one specifically, I gave 3.5 stars and I was a little bit disappointed. I have the other two just here. So the first one, Assassin's Apprentice, I gave this 4 stars. The second one, Royal Assassin, I gave 5 stars. This is by far my favorite book in the trilogy. The ending of this one was so good, so well done. I was literally obsessed with the story and the world in book 2. The whole thing was fantastic. I loved it. This one it just drops off for me. I felt like it really lived up to the name of Assassin's Quest. They definitely go on a quest. The entire book is a quest. How do I describe my disappointment in this? There was so much filler in this, so much information that wasn't necessary and didn't add to the plot or to the characters whatsoever. I was also very disappointed that core characters in the first and second book are not in this. It felt like the family and the characters you get to know in the first 2 books, the journey that you go on with them is so significant and you get so connected to them, and then in this book a lot of those characters aren't involved in the plot whatsoever, or they're very minuscule in the plot. So that was really disappointing to me because obviously I love and care for those characters a lot. As for the actual plot line, it just kind of felt like it was going around in circles. Like nothing was really going on. The writing was still good, the world was still good, the magic system, like all the things that you like and love in the first 2 books is still there. If anything, the magic system in this one is more developed and more dived into. It's pretty much like a main character, the magic system in this one. It just felt like it was going around in circles, things were being repeated, conversations were being had, but the miscommunication that was happening in all of the conversations was like the same in every single conversation. information. There was no adding of information when you were in those scenes, in those scenarios. It was pretty much just different words regurgitated, having the same conversation and not getting to any sort of conclusion. I did like the ending. I thought it wrapped up really nicely. However, none of the core characters or the characters that you know and love get the happily ever after that I was expecting them to get, I suppose. Like, it just all kind of flipped on its head and went in completely different directions to what I was expecting and what I was hoping for. And then, yeah, there was a lot of fluff and filler in this. It felt like for an 838 page book, it really could have been like 400 pages. It was that much filler and going around in circles, and not a lot of action was happening either. Like, it was more conversations and going on this quest, like a journey. They weren't really doing any sort of actionable stuff. Like, nothing crazy was happening. So yeah, maybe I was just like a little bit bored and a bit disappointed that my favorite characters were not as prominent in this one as what I wanted them to be. 3.5 stars. This was a little disappointing. I still enjoy it. I still love the world, the magic system. I just love it. It is very magical. Robin Hobb is a fantastic author. This one just fell off a little bit for me. That is the 2 books that we read in this vlog, and we did some other bookish stuff that I hope you enjoyed. But that is pretty much it. That is all I'm going to be adding into this one. It is already way too long of a video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. I had a lot of fun making this one. I'm so glad that I got started on my journal, and hopefully I will keep that up. I'm planning on continuing it and keeping it in upcoming vlogs and updating it as we go along, as we read books throughout the year. Please leave any book recommendations or reading recommendations down below, and if you have read these books, I would really love to know your thoughts and feelings on them. I'd love to talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!